Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle, just in case you didn't know, now you do. And today I'm going to take you through my July favorites. I picked 10 things that are my favorite things of the month. We're going to go through some stuff, books, Instagram account, YouTube, just sort of a bit of everything from my life. And I will show you what my absolute favorite things from July were. So just a little disclaimer before we get into it. Got my eyebrows done today and I might be a little red, slightly bruised because my skin is so sensitive and they're a little dark. So well, I'm in love with them. They do show up a lot darker in camera, so please be nice. They were only done a couple hours ago, alright? So let's get into it with July favorites. Alright, first thing on my list are these sunglasses. I got them on Amazon for like $17. They are a red lens, as you can see, and then mirrored blue on the outside with a white faux pearl arms and like, you know what I'm talking about. And then there's gold accent detail along the top. So they were a little tight for my face when I first got them, but because of the metal thing up here, I was able to just bend them out a little bit and they fit perfectly fine now. I really like the gold detail. It goes with the blue very well, and when I wear them I feel like I can see clearer because they're not like a dark lens, but they're not taking away the detail. In fact, you can see a lot more detail, and I feel like I'm flashing you guys. Whatever, you can see my whole setup in these things. Anyway, so yeah, these are a big favorite. I have been leaving them in my car usually because I have a cool little holdery thing in my car. That means they're just sitting there with my sunglasses. Another favorite for me this month was on Amazon Prime Day. This was not a deal. I just bought it then because I don't know, Amazon pretty much pressures you into buying stuff on Amazon Prime Day. And it was like the day before and the day of my birthday, so I felt like I was buying myself a present. So I bought myself this. This is a knockoff Apple Pencil because my iPad is actually like an iPad Mini 2, so Apple Pencils don't work with it. It is a stylus. It has a little metal tip here and you just turn it on. It doesn't have to be connected by Bluetooth. It works really well. I was finding I had another one that had a plastic disc on the end and it was kind of flexible, but it was very hard to get details when I was drawing things in Procreate, and this works so much better, and it just charges through the end here. You won't be able to see because that's never going to focus, but you just like put the little charging cord in there. It has a cord about this long, and then you plug it into the power block and plug it into the wall, and then this just magnetizes. This is a highly satisfying noise, just gonna say. Yeah, so that is my birthday gift to myself, and I've used it quite a bit. Alright, so my number 3 item on my list is actually a series of books that I read this month. You guys know I love to read romance and erotic novels a lot. In fact, I've read 117 books this year and most of them have been of that genre. And this month I've been obsessed with reading the Arizona Vengeance series. So it's about a hockey team. I kind of like the sports romance ones. I read most of the ones that are out this month, and it turns out I'd read one halfway through, didn't finish it, and then I basically restarted it. So there's a few of them out. I will link them below and I'll put a picture of the latest one cover so you guys can find it. Honestly, I like them a lot. They're not overly vulgar. There's not an excessive amount of sex in it. It's quite balanced with like the relationship and the story with the sex. I don't like erotic novels where they're only just like sex all the time, non-stop. I like there to be a story, which is probably why women's porn made by women for women has a story and isn't just sex. Alright, help myself get demonetized by talking about sex. Alright, the number 4 item on my list is an Instagram account, and in fact it's a huge Instagram account. Her name is Michelle Ellman. Her handle is Scarred Not Scared, and she is a plus size influencer, I guess she calls herself now. She used to go by the term life coach because that's what she was doing, but really she just has lots of words of wisdom. But specifically, she's been talking for most of July, probably part of June as well, about how there is no representation of Asian plus size women in the UK, which is where she's based, and because that's the experience she has. And when you look at the brands that are putting content out there and sharing content, you can really tell that they are just not reposting. They're not hiring Asian plus size women, and they exist, and they should be represented in those ads. If you want them to buy the clothes, why not share it? So I've been following her journey on that, and I'm really proud of how she has put herself out there and really just like said, listen, if no one else is gonna do this, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna make things happen. A couple of days ago she posted a photo that she put together with a photographer named Linda Blacker, I believe is her last name, and they came up with this concept. It's an entire like group photo, but like a fashion editorial spread type photo of only plus size Asian women, and it is so beautiful to see so many different body types, different skin colors, all represented, all wearing beautiful clothes. They even had Asian makeup artists on set, and it just was a whole thing. And honestly, I think the image they created is beautiful, but the message they're sending to people, like, if you're not going to put us there, we're gonna put ourselves there. And I think that's really important, and I love that they're just, you know, going out and doing it for themselves, because sometimes that's what you have to do in order to kick someone's butt into action. For YouTube this month, I've pretty much just been watching studio vlogs. Every time I need something to watch while I'm working, I put on a studio vlog because I love the ambient noises and just listening to other people work. Kind of makes me feel like I'm in a coffee shop or in sort of like a co-working space, but a more creative co-working space. It's very relaxing, and it also keeps me quite focused because I don't have to know what they're doing on the screen in order to get shit done. I can put it off in like another window, listen to it, and still keep working, which is very beneficial to me because I have been working a lot this month. Okay, my number 6 item on the list is actually 2 things. It's a food section. I have been absolutely obsessed with tacos this month. All I wanted to eat is tacos. Obviously, I've basically lived at Taco Bell. If you want to have the best tasting taco of your entire life, what you need to do is get a hard shell, like a crunchy taco, like a taco supreme that comes with sour cream in it, and then have them change the sour cream to their spicy ranch, or they might call it in the US Baja sauce. It's the stuff that's on the cheesy gordita crunch, like that sauce. You want it on your taco. It is so friggin' good, and I just want to eat tacos all the time. And I'm a little obsessed with bar burritos, pulled pork tacos. The other day I made breakfast tacos, and frappuccinos. Obviously those are my constant, like, love. They are my one true love, and I've been obsessed. But I have been sort of turning Starbucks into my co-working space where I go, I get a frappuccino, and I sit there for 5 hours and just work. I feel like the amount of times I post about Starbucks, I should be earning royalties at this point in time. But you know, it works. It's a good place to work when I need to get out of the distraction that is this space. My battery is flashing. Great, cool. This month for work, I have launched a sticker shop. I'm not sure, you guys probably are tired of hearing about it. I promise not to talk about it too much because honestly, it really has nothing to do with this channel or my, like, what this is supposed to be, but I like talking about my life in these sorts of things, so I launched a sticker store where I make planner stickers. Actually, I have an example for you. So this is a sheet of planner stickers that I created, and you can't see because it's, you know, too bright. So this one's plant themed. They are made to fit sort of actual planners like the Happy Planner, Erin Condren planners, things like that. This one is a plant sticker that fits in the vertical boxes. Plus there's a bunch of other decor that you can just decorate your planner with. I'm of the belief that there should be white space for actually writing in your planner. Some people are not, and they use kits that basically cover every white space there is. I don't like that particularly, so I've created like 1-page kits that will last you an entire week, and you can use them to decorate the like page spread in your planner. I'll link it below. You can shop if you want. If you don't, that's totally cool. It may not be your thing, that's fine, but I'm obsessed with making stickers now. And I do it almost all the time. I made stickers for my sister's birthday today, so I'm a little obsessed. Okay, I've got a couple of makeup favorites for you, and I hope to do it before the battery runs out. So this has been my like go-to super simple makeup routine for pretty much all of July because it's been 43 degrees Celsius out some days. So this is the Glossier Cloud Paint in Dusk. I talked about this in my cruelty-free makeup video. And so what I do is I basically open up the tube, squeeze a little bit on the top, and then just like run this along the top and like kind of blot it off, and then just pat it into my cheeks. I don't like putting it on with my hands because then I get messy and sticky, and I really don't like that. So that's what I'm wearing on my cheeks right now. Gives you a nice glow without shimmer, and it makes me kind of feel a little bit more tan, like I left my house. And then to round that out, I just put on mascara. I would wear the Glossier Boy Brow that I talk about all the time, but I just got my eyebrows done, so I don't need to. So this is the Smashbox Superfan. This stuff, I have long eyelashes as it is, but this stuff just is like instant uplift for your eyelashes. It looks so good. It doesn't get everywhere, which is great. It doesn't get clumpy. I am obsessed, and I will link it below if you want to get some because it is really worth the money. And my final thing is an app. And with starting a new sticker store, it meant that I needed to start a new Instagram account, and I kind of forget that I need to make content for it all the time. So I've been obsessed with using the Canva Mobile app to actually create the content that I need. The way I've been doing my Instagram account has been every other post is a planner meme because I think they're hilarious and they get great engagement with people. So I just set up a template and I copy it every time I want to make a new one, and I just write in what I want the meme to be and then download it on my phone. That way I don't have to airdrop anything from my computer. It just is all on my phone. And then if I do need it, it is on my computer as well. But I'm obsessed, and I make like 2 or 3 planner memes a day. I don't post them, but I've got them saved for later when I need them and I run out of ideas. Alright everybody, that is my favorites for July. Thank you guys for sticking around. Why don't you go ahead in the comments and tell me one of your favorite things for July. I check back at least for the first 24 hours and answer all comments, but let's face it, I like to hang in the comments all the time, so leave me something nice. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!